State Representative Jim Wooten. Really appreciate you coming on Conservative Arkansas Media.
Thank you.
What were your thoughts about the tax cuts and the rest of the rest of the bills that were on the schedule?
Well, the rest of the bills I felt like were necessary. The tax cut was needs to be put in place as it was. I do have some concerns about the $710 million reserve fund that we have created in addition to the catastrophic fund and the rainy day fund. When we finished up as a state now, we have about $2.3 billion in reserves. The $710 million is held in abeyance and can be requested to be spent by the state chief fiscal officer, Secretary Hudson, in cooperation with the governor's office, and then the ALC, the Arkansas Legislative Council, has to approve that. The only thing that I do share concern about as it relates to the tax cuts and that reserve is we've got to be very, very cautious as it relates to doing completely away with the state income tax. And I know people are tired of taxes, and I'm tired of them having to pay them. And whenever we have billion-dollar surpluses, then we need to return the money to them. But in the tax break, we gave them about $200 million, $250 million, but yet we held on to $710 million in anticipation of, I don't know exactly what, special projects or as funds may be needed, or working toward being able to do away with the state income tax. But we've got to be very cautious because that $3.2 billion a year that we bring in the individual income taxes, that is the largest amount of state revenue that we have. And I went through this many, many years ago when it related to doing away with sales tax on drugs and groceries and foods, which I agreed with, but I said the same thing then that I'm saying now. Tell me how you're going to replace the money, or tell me how you're going to deal with the services that you're going to diminish or do away with. Give me a plan. We have to have a plan on how we will deal with the loss of that $3.2 billion in funds.